work in Linocut or the relief methods who began hand printing, they want to move up to a press, but they're put off by the high price of the typical etching press. But relief printing needs none of the high pressure of an etching press. Fortunately, there's an inexpensive alternative that offers all the benefits of a press. A cold laminating press is designed to apply adhesive plastic laminate film to paper. They're capable of more than enough pressure for relief printing. The typical cold laminating press has rollers coated in rubber that is sufficiently resilient to accommodate the minor irregularities in a Linocut or another relief plate, but not so soft that it intrudes into the cut lines. There are two designs commonly found for sale. One is finished in white paint with green rollers. That one is sold under a variety of brand names. The other type I see often sold under the Vevor brand. It's finished in gray with red rubber rollers. I prefer the first kind with the white paint because it opens larger. It opens enough to take thicker blocks like linoleum mounted on wood of a reasonable thickness. The Vevor type looks to me like it doesn't have much slack, which of course it doesn't need for laminating. The white painted design also has wings that fold up out of the way when not in use. You can find very similar presses up to 30 to 40 inches wide. I have not used one so wide, but I can't think of any reason why it wouldn't work. There are others, but they often lack the wings that support a press bed. If you want that support, if you're going to add a bed, which you need to do. Sizes generally are close to the 14-inch wide size, making them very practical for a 12-inch block and paper a bit larger. Prices vary often day to day, but they start at around $100. I made two modifications to the white model I have. I found some brackets on Amazon that I attached to the wing mounting brackets so that I could screw the press down to a work surface or to a board. That's useful when you're cranking work through it. I also found that that a crank with a longer moment arm makes it easier to crank. However, I found that if the crank is left anywhere but in the full down position, the weight of the handle will move the bed, and that causes problems if it sends the bed into your work area. I may go back to the original round crank. I'm going to put links to both the brackets and the crank in the description below. But you may want to make taped labels with marks to make adjustments to the roller height repeatable. I made a press bed out of 1/8-inch MDF or masonite. It has a registration guide with block and paper outlines on blue tape on white paper, and then it's covered with heavy clear vinyl. That makes it easy to clean off any stray ink. All of these are applied with removable glue dots. My second bed is also 1/8-inch MDF, but it has 1/4-inch registration pins permanently attached for use in critical registrations, such as a reduction Linocut. I do own a good etching press. If you watch my videos, you've seen it in the background. But I do all my Linocut and other relief printing on the cold laminator. That saves me from always resetting the etching press for relief. The press is well worth the price, I think. And remember that we'll add links to my preferred press, the angle brackets, and the crank to the description below. Note that the Amazon page may no longer work because these things change. But if you search through there for cold laminating press and look for the white one, you'll find one under one brand name or another. Shop a little. The prices can vary a lot. The angle brackets I found are the only ones I could find that fit as needed. The crank was the only one with a set bolt that would allow you to lock it on to the axle of the bottom roller. If you have a friend with a small metal shop, you could design a better one with spokes. Years ago, somebody in the UK used to sell one for this press, but it's no longer around. So there's you a solution if you've been lusting after a press and in shock over the prices of etching presses. You don't need an etching press for Linocut. This will do nicely.